What's that? What is this guy doing, blood? Posted up, blood.
On the block like a low life.
Nah, boy.
What you say, like your Fanta with no ice?
I like so there's no nice way,
Boy, thanks again for fixing my work.
Don't worry, anytime, man.
Yeah, thanks for making it look a bit better, yeah? Appreciate it, you know? Without you?
Huh?
Without you?
Enjoying it?
I'm done. Finish. Yeah. I ain't got that one now. Big pen, you know? We go in up, 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 up. So guys, I didn't get to show when we were putting this in the other day because I broke my phone with all the footage on it. So I was riding my motorbike on the motorway, or no circular, and my phone fell out of my pocket and then just got destroyed by all the transports. So I have no, I had to get a new phone. I've only just got another phone now, temporary phone anyway. So haven't been able to film the last couple of days, but what we did do is we got a galvanized steel in. So this has been hot dipped in galvanized. We've installed it. Remember, we had these brackets in here. We've bolted it to those brackets. So there's one under there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. That's bolted the two steels together. And then we've got a series of holes here. So we've got 4 holes here. And then there's another 4 holes here. And those holes are for these things here, which are also hot dipped. So they basically, if you look at here, you've got the 4 holes. They basically get bolted into here like that. And that is the arm that sticks out or cantilevers out. And then, so we've got one on either side. And then we've got that other piece of steel here, which bolts in between the ends of those two. And then that gives us our cantilever that sticks out. So obviously we could put it in now because this is now bolted to that one, and you know, it can take the weight of the swing, but we just want to build this. It's it'll be in our way anyway, but we want to just build this wall first because we can access later to put them in, to bolt them in through here. So we've got to put some insulation in there, but for now we leave it open until we bolt these in, then we can fill it up with insulation. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're on the brickwork. We have, I'm going to show you guys what we have done recently. Let me see if I can remember what I haven't shown you guys since my camera broke. So we've been working on this wall here, up there. You can see we put a temporary thing to hold the wall here, because you know what happened? We had laid this block wall all the way up. We laid it another, I think it's another 3 courses on top, but we didn't have the bricks all the way up on the back. And the other day it was like almost like a storm. It was so, that tree was bending, it was so much wind. The wind knocked it down about 5 courses. So you can see all this cleaning up here of bricks. Knocked about 5 courses down. So we had to rebuild that yesterday. And then what we did is we built the brick up at the same time. I'll show you that later. I'm going to go around the scaffold. We built the brick up so our brick and block are at the same height. We've actually run out of blocks, so we can't do any more on that. We're waiting for blocks to come. So we need blocks to finish that little bit off. We need a little bit, about 2 courses around the top here to finish that off up to this steel beam height. But obviously we're going to finish that brickwork first just to strengthen that wall. Then we'll add the last 2 courses on top. Then we can get our steel in. And then we also need blocks to do our 2 internal and external gable wall here. So our party wall here, I don't know if I did show you guys, I think I did on a previous video. Our party wall is a cavity wall, so we're going to use 75mm cavity, probably slab insulation in between, just to continue building it up. And there will be an inner wall which will house the neighbor's ridge beam, and that will be their internal wall. They're actually going to be doing a loft, so they'll be using that wall. And then we'll have the cavity insulation. Then there'll be another block wall which will be our side, which our ridge beam will sit on, and also that will be the internal wall of our loft as well. It will need insulating internally as well. I don't think the 75mm will be enough for regs, so we'd have to board it on the inside again with some more insulation. But yeah, that's pretty much where we are. So I think on the last video, which I didn't get to show you guys, I explained what all this contraption is, what we were working with here. So we were doing some sort of temporary setting out to make sure that certain things were going to work, because of the mess up with the ridge beams placement, which was an error on the design. There was, I've said this before, there was, on the drawing, there's an imaginary wall, like this wall here, imaginary comes out, and then the ridge sits on it, but it's not there, it's a stairwell. So the ridge beam now is going to sit where that tall, we use that as a reference, this is where our ridge beam is going to sit, on that corner there. So we'll have a padstone here, our ridge beam will sit here, and the other end of it will sit on that gable end wall. The problem is it's not in line with that one. It's 300mm to the right. So we've spoken with the engineer, and what we're going to be doing is that steel ridge beam is not going to be in the center of our ridge. It's going to be offset. It's hard to explain, but it'll make sense later. And then the dormer will hang off it. So because of that, if you imagine, it's throwing off sort of the apex a little bit. So again, hard to explain this. I really have to show you when I'm doing it. So we wanted to make sure that we would still get our angle, which is somewhere between 35 and 40 degrees, which is what the neighbors is, and that it was going to not go through the middle of that steel. You can see where I've notched it out. So we've pretty much got it right where it's going to sit on the wall plate, and we've got it at this angle here. And the other reason why we put this temporarily is because there's a staircase coming up here, a winding staircase. We had to make sure that the head height for our steps wasn't going to be below the minimum required for head height from the platform from the stair going, or the flat part, the horizontal part of the step. So we've got something like 2.1 meters here. So this is where we were concerned about. So we did that. We did all our measurements. We marked out, this is where our step's going to come out once they return into the loft. There's a little lobby bit and everything. So we sort of measured and marked everything out, measured it up on the wall, made sure that we weren't going to have any issues here. So it seems like we're all good to go. So as soon as we get that wall up, we can get that steel in, then we can get the rest of the floor joist in, which allows us to work a bit better as well. We can then board this. This is temporary, this boarding, so we can work on here. We can get some boards along here, and then we can start knocking all this wall out above here, this old wall and old wall plate. Take some more tiles off, and we can start building this gable end. So yeah, we just need a better working platform. Trestles are not tall enough, and if we're doing it from here, we can literally do the whole gable. Sorry guys, it starts getting quite windy up here. But yeah, if we've got a platform right up to the edge here, all the way down to there, then we can just work nicely. We can get all our blocks up here, we can get our mortar up here. We can work comfortably, you know, so that's what we're doing. Well yeah guys, this is what the site's looking like at the moment. We are going out for lunch. It's lunchtime now, so we finished our mix. So we're gonna go for lunch. When we come back, we're gonna continue running up those bricks, and the plan is to try and see if we can get this at least up to sort of maybe 8 courses, 7 or 8 courses of brickwork. That way most of this wall will be covered up and it will be strengthened. So the fortunate thing is the wind isn't really hitting down there, and we do have some mesh around here, but up here is where the wind is really hitting. So when we're building this gable end, we're gonna have to be doing like an internal and an external, and just doing each course at the same time, so that we get the double, you know, cavity wall for the strength. Otherwise the wind might knock that out before it sets. All right guys, so we're gonna shoot off for lunch, and we'll see you guys in a bit.
the string is, there's no one with that one. Then as we empty that, we are gonna mix in one time, yeah? Well, as soon as you can empty, the thing, empty it.
There's Tristan. Tristan's pointing. This is pretty much where we got to today. You guys can see where we got to today. This is Tristan's side. So I think we started, yeah, we literally started on top of that padstone there. So Tristan's basically worked on this side today. He's done everything on top of that padstone. That whole area there he's done today. I've done the opposite side over there, which is about the same size. Yeah, it's almost exactly the same. Pretty much the same on that side. And then I've done a bit more around the corner as well, because I had to start building up this area as well. I think this stepped from down here, so I've had to build up that triangle there as well at the same time I was doing that. So we've done a good bit of it. I think that's about half of this wall, half of that front wall there. So the other half will take us, I think it's one more block on top of that one, and then that's pretty much lintel level. So basically we did this today, so we should be able to do another day on that and get this finished. Obviously we've got to take the rest of it around to that window as well, so possibly a day's work for us. Slow bricklayers, you know, but the boys are doing well. Tristan's doing really well. He's done all this on his own, so he's definitely getting better. But yeah, we can now see this window, see what it looks like, and structurally we can see the design should make a bit more sense now. So yeah, so onwards and upwards. So guys, yeah, that is it. We are off. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. So we won't see us on Monday because it's Carnival. It's Carnival in London this weekend. Those of you who know anything about that, Notting Hill Carnival is Sunday and Monday coming. So bank holidays are Monday, and I will be at Carnival on the Monday. Actually going to be in a van, so I'll be down there on the Monday, not the Sunday. I'll have the Sunday off, but I'll be down there on the Monday. And yeah, so if anybody's doing anything for the weekend, especially if you're going to Carnival and you're out partying, just be safe, take care of yourselves, enjoy yourselves, don't drink too much. But we shall see you on the next video, so take care guys, thanks for watching.